The corporate lexicon is ever evolving, and with it, new concepts emerge to describe the subtle nuances of human behavior in leadership. Performative humility is one such recent addition, describing an outward display of modesty, self deprecation, or a willingness to admit fault, often without genuine conviction or a corresponding shift in behavior. In an era where authenticity is increasingly valued, the question arises, does performative humility truly resonate, fostering trust and connection, or is it merely another calculated act in the intricate theatre of leadership? At its core, performative humility is about appearing humble rather than genuinely being humble. It's a strategic maneuver designed to elicit a positive reaction, perhaps to deflect criticism, to seem relatable, or to disarm potential rivals. This can manifest in various ways. A senior executive feigning unfamiliarity with a technical detail to appear accessible, a manager publicly admitting a minor mistake while overlooking larger systemic issues they are responsible for, or a team leader downplaying their achievements in a way that subtly draws more attention to them. The intent is not necessarily to learn or grow from genuine humility, but to manage perception and enhance one's image. The immediate appeal of performative humility lies in its ability to soften a leader's image. In a world often wary of unchecked ego and arrogance, a seemingly humble leader can be perceived as more approachable, trustworthy, and collaborative. It can create an illusion of shared vulnerability, making others feel more comfortable as well as open. This can be particularly effective in situations where a leader needs to win over a skeptical audience or foster a sense of collective effort. Consider the example of Nexus Innovations, a promising startup experiencing rapid growth, but also internal friction. The company CEO, Evelyn Reed, was known for her outward humility. She frequently began meetings by stating, "I am just a facilitator here. You all are the real brains." Or after a successful project would say, "Honestly, I just got lucky. The team did all the heavy lifting." She would often dress down, preferring casual wear to formal attire, reinforcing her image as one of us. This seemingly modest demeanor initially endeared her to many. Employees appreciated her apparent lack of pretension, and new hires often cited her down-to-earth nature as a reason for joining. However, as time went on, a disconnect began to emerge. Despite her public declarations of being a facilitator, Miss Reed was notoriously resistant to dissenting opinions in private meetings. When team members proposed alternative strategies, they were often met with subtle dismissals, or their ideas were quietly sidelined. Her luck comments after successes felt increasingly hollow when she would readily accept awards and speak at conferences as the sole visionary behind Nexus. When faced with genuine failures, her humility would vanish, replaced by a defensive posture and a tendency to find scapegoats. For instance, during a critical product launch, a major bug was discovered post-release. Miss Reed, instead of genuinely investigating the root cause or admitting her own role in the rush timeline, publicly stated, "We all learn from our mistakes, and I humbly take responsibility for overseeing the process." Yet behind closed doors, she initiated a strict internal investigation, placing blame squarely on the engineering team, as well as implementing punitive measures. The performative apology rang hollow to those who witnessed the subsequent blame game. Within a year, the initial admiration for Evelyn and her humility transformed into quiet resentment. Employees grew wary of the disingenuousness. The apparent accessibility was a mirage. Beneath the humble exterior lay an autocratic leader, unwilling to truly listen or admit genuine feasibility or genuine fallibility. Trust, once seemingly strong, began to erode as the gap between Evelyn's public persona and her private actions widened. Key employees, feeling unheard and undervalued, started to look out for opportunities elsewhere. Nexus Innovations, despite its technological prowess, began to suffer from an increasingly toxic internal culture. The story of Nexus Innovations highlights the fundamental flaw of performative humility. It lacks authenticity and genuine self-awareness. While a modest demeanor can be initially appealing, true humility is an inward quality that manifests in a willingness to learn, to genuinely admit mistakes, to empower others, and to prioritize collective success over personal aggrandizement. It's about intellectual honesty and a genuine openness to feedback, not just the appearance of it. In the long run, performative humility, like any other form of inauthenticity, is unsustainable. People eventually see through the act. When actions consistently contradict words, trust is shattered and cynicism takes root. While a leader who genuinely possesses humility can build deep connections and inspire true loyalty, one who merely performs it risks alienating his or her team and undermining the very relationships that they seek to cultivate. In the realm of leadership, genuine humility, rooted in character and consistent action, always triumphs over mere performance. Thank you very much for your time.